Hi, I'm just getting ready to sand the last end panel of these two base units for the breakfast nook. The front panels I glued in and they're all done. And after a while I said, well, maybe I should have put a coat of finish on those panels before I installed them. No big deal, because I'm going to finish it with basically an oil finish. And there's molding that runs around the outside, so it shouldn't have a problem, but I think this is easier. So I sanded all the panels like this. I decided I would take my 23 gauge pinner and pin just the outside edges like that, and then without turning the machine on, I was able to then sand. And that was really a good technique. It worked well. I can go through the grits. And then to take these off, it's actually pretty easy. Just flip them off. And then take the pliers and I pull these out. And these work out. And then I can put the next one in. So now when it's flat, I can put my finish on. So I rub my finish on and then it's ready to install. So I'm using Tried and True. See that? I guess that's the front. And I wanted to show another technique. I'm going to tilt this not too far or it will spill out. But you can see the holes in the rim. I learned that from a friend of mine who's a terrific painter. You take it all and you just kind of tap around. And I do that with pretty much every can that I know I'm not going to use the whole content. Then you could always, it drips back into the can, and I could always take a paper towel, wipe it, and then I can easily put my lid on and just tap it. It's a good way to handle all cans, paint cans and finish cans. So this Tried and True, I sanded the panels and wiped them down, vacuumed them off, and then wiped them down with a little denatured alcohol. And now I'm going to put the coat of finish on. The technique for this, oh, by the way, the outside I haven't completely sanded yet. It says you for Tried and True, you want to put a very light coat. So it says put a very light coat. So I'm just going to keep moving this around. And then the technique is, after you put this light coat, you let it sit, soaking in for an hour, and then take a soft rag and buff it. And then you have to wait quite a while before the second coat goes on. So I like doing this and then letting it dry overnight. That seems to work for me. I'm going to keep spreading this. We don't want it on heavy. So, just going to keep moving this around. If there's spots I feel that are a little heavy, take some paper towel and just wipe that down a little bit. A couple of spots, because I was trying to go fast for this video. I'll take a little bit of this off. Take my rag and just make sure it's well covered. And then in an hour, I'll buff it off. and I'll put 4 or 5 coats on.